Managing expectations on first dates. First dates can feel exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. While they hold the promise of potential romance, they can also come with a lot of pressure and uncertainty. Managing expectations on first dates is essential to ensure that both individuals have a positive experience, regardless of the outcome. When expectations are set too high, disappointment may follow. When they are too low, one might miss the opportunity to build a meaningful connection. Striking a balance requires mindfulness, realistic thinking, and open communication. The challenge of expectations. First dates naturally carry the weight of expectation because they represent the first step in a potential relationship. Many people enter these meetings hoping for instant chemistry, exciting conversation, and perhaps a glimpse of their future partner. However, such high expectations can create unnecessary stress. It's easy to build someone up in your mind before meeting them in person, especially in today's dating world, where connections often begin through online conversations or social media. Unrealistic expectations can lead to dissatisfaction, even if the date goes well. For instance, expecting every conversation to flow perfectly or assuming that you'll immediately know if the person is the one might set you up for disappointment. The reality is that good relationships, romantic or otherwise, often take time to develop. A first date is just the starting point, not the finish line. How to manage your own expectations. Managing your expectations starts with a shift in mindset. Instead of viewing a first date as an interview or an audition, try to see it as an opportunity to get to know someone new. Focus on being present in the moment rather than obsessing over outcomes. If the goal is only to determine if the other person meets every item on your checklist, you may miss out on discovering genuine qualities that make them unique. It's also helpful to lower the pressure on yourself. Instead of expecting to impress your date or worrying about being perfect, aim to simply enjoy the experience. It's okay if not every conversation goes smoothly or if there are moments of awkwardness. These small imperfections are normal and don't necessarily mean the date is unsuccessful. Setting realistic expectations for the other person. Just as it's essential to manage your own expectations, it's equally important not to place too many expectations on your date. The person sitting across from you is also human, with their own set of nerves, experiences, and perspectives. They might not look exactly like their profile pictures or behave exactly as you imagined, but that doesn't mean they aren't worth getting to know. Give your date the benefit of the doubt by allowing room for imperfections. Instead of expecting fireworks right away, try to appreciate smaller, genuine moments, like shared laughter or thoughtful conversation. Remember, the purpose of a first date is to explore compatibility, not to make lifelong decisions. Communicating your expectations openly. It's also crucial to communicate openly and respectfully, especially if you have specific expectations or boundaries. For example, if you're dating with the intention of pursuing a serious relationship, it's okay to mention that without putting undue pressure on the other person. On the other hand, if you're more interested in casual dating or just getting to know people, being upfront will prevent misunderstandings later on. Clear communication ensures that both parties are on the same page and helps build trust from the very beginning. It also reduces the risk of either person feeling misled or confused about the other's intentions. Allowing room for surprises and flexibility. Sometimes, the best connections come from unexpected places. Being too rigid with expectations can limit the possibility of discovering something surprising about your date or yourself. Maybe the person has a different sense of humor than you expected, or they introduce you to a new hobby or interest. Flexibility allows space for these pleasant surprises to unfold. It's also worth noting that not every first date will result in a love connection, and that's perfectly okay. Some dates may lead to friendships, networking opportunities, or simply a pleasant evening. Each experience can provide valuable insight into what you're looking for in future relationships. In conclusion, managing expectations on first dates is about embracing the unknown with an open mind and heart. By focusing on getting to know the other person, rather than expecting perfection, you increase the chance of creating meaningful connections. It's okay to feel nervous, to have moments of silence, or even to realize that someone isn't the right match for you. What matters most is enjoying the journey and being kind to yourself and your date. Whether the first date leads to a second one or not, managing your expectations ensures that the experience remains positive and meaningful.